Hey guys, welcome to Hive and Harvest. I wanted to show you a video today of installing a nuke. I just picked up this colony of bees yesterday, so I'm going to install it into my hive. When you get a new colony of bees, there's generally three ways that you can get your colony from a local apiary. One is what's called a package, which is essentially a box of bees that has what's called a caged queen. So the queen's in this little cage that has one wall that's made out of sugar. The bees eat the sugar, free the queen, and then start building up their colony. Downside of that is that you are starting completely from scratch. You put the frames in there, but they're completely empty. And so they are starting to build comb from nothing. The other end of the spectrum is what's called, you can buy a full hive, which means you're literally getting the box, all the frames, comb, bees, queen, everything ready to roll. This is kind of in the middle. So this is a nuke, and essentially what happens here is that it is 5 frames that have a mix of brood and either honey, pollen, or nectar. It's got the bees and then what's called a marked queen. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to install that into my hive, and we will go from there. So I'm going to pop off my lid here, and hopefully my smoker's still going. All right. Oh, yeah, so got a nice thing of bees here. Typically, when I've done this before, it's pretty simple. Just kind of put your lid to the side here, and you're really just getting the frames and moving them into your box. You really want the 5 frames that come with your nuke to be in the center of your new hive. Let's see if I can get this first one out. First one's going to be a little tricky because they're a little stuck. Let's see, let me get my hive tool here. See if I can't get this up. There we go. Here we are. I'm also going to be looking for my queen in here. So being marked, so she'll actually have a yellow marking on her. Whoo, this is like a full hive here. This one looks to be largely honey, so I'm going to put it more on an outside one. And you do want to try to put the frames in the same order that they came in. So that one was on that side, so I'll put that one in there. I'm going to use my hive tool here to try to split these 2 frames apart. There we go. Beautiful. Lift this one up. So this one looks like brood. See if I can find my queen. Oh, there she is. Let me see. I think that's her. Let's see. I'll keep looking, but that looks to be the queen. She's very large, but she is not marked, which is odd. Normally they're marked, and they're marked a different color for each year. But this is definitely filled with brood, so that's good. Normally you're going to find the brood in the middle and the honey more on the outside, even when it's a nuke and there's only 5 of them. They tend to follow the same pattern. Let's check on this one. Ooh-wee, look at all this bees. All right, so this is brood that's been capped. So you can see kind of ready to go. So she's got some good eggs laid. So that's nice to see. Check on this side, same thing, some capped brood. Put that one in. Next frame here. See here, more capped brood. Couple of drone cells. So the drone cells are more risen, though as the brood for the worker bees is pretty much flat with the comb. So yeah, that looks good. Got some larvae in there, kind of looks like little bitty white worms inside the comb. And then let me get this last one. This last one's a little stuck to the edge. There we go, perfect. All right, this one's got, whew, this side you can see the pollen. It's all mostly yellow, but definitely some different shades of yellow and orange. Probably got some capped honey there. This side looks like nectar and capped honey. So that's looking great. This is a great nuke box. Like I said, I did see the queen. She wasn't marked, which is surprising. Normally they're marked by color, so you know what year they were born in. So what I'm going to do now that I've got the frames in, I'm just going to fill in on the edges with the remaining frames here. So this is a 10 frame hive. So I'll put 3, the nuke came with 5 frames. I'm going to put 5 empty frames. So 3 on one side, 2 on the other. And I'm going to try to squish the frames together. If you put too much room in between the frames, they tend to go wonky with their comb building. But if you squish them all together, then they'll be great. So there's still some bees in my nuke box here. I'm not going to worry about them. They're going to follow their queen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my screen on. Beautiful. That'll keep my bees from going up into my roof here because they love to build comb wherever there is space. So I'm just going to put my roof on. Let's see here. I need to go the other direction. Perfect. There we go. And there we go. So that is the hive. The nuke has been transferred into the hive. It is all set and ready to go. I'm just going to leave the nuke out here. The bees will eventually transfer all over into the hive. They'll follow their queen. Once it's empty, I'll take it in and clean it and keep it because last year's nuke is what we used to catch the swarm. And so it's always great to have that on hand. But that is transferring the nuke into your hive. And essentially what I'm going to be looking for is once they fill out another 2 to 3 frames with comb, whether it's brood or honey, doesn't matter, but once they've got 7 or 8 full frames filled out with comb, that's when you put on your super. So I'm going to be checking it every week or two, waiting for that time so we can get some honey started. And there you go. Thanks, guys.